Audio test, audio test. I should probably have the I can actually listen to the audio. We have the okay, it sounds good. How's it going? Miha, Moxnix, Alan. Yeah, just a nice little random stream here. Thought about doing a video, but the lockbox breakdown type videos, doing them when you don't actually have the numbers sort of sucks. So I'll reserve doing dedicated videos on the lockbox and its related content for after it's actually released. Mark to Chief, Cheops, Lord Bane, how's it going? Okay, I need to pull up a page here that I accidentally closed. Terrible Cheops. Silo, Henrik, Mer, how's it going? Okay. So, pre-patch has started, um, and I'm gonna stick to just discussing the things that Cryptic has actually announced. There's obviously immediately as soon as that pre-patch happened, there's information floating around, but I'm gonna stick directly to the things that they have talked about because I don't want to violate any terms of service or anything. Also, this light is really terrible right now. Go. One of the lights is completely dead. I forgot to plug it in the other day, so just working with the one secondary light. Mystic, Rob, Duka, Intriguing, how's it going? Yes. The numbers on them. These new phasers that are in the last generation lockbox. The general consensus from the people that I've talked to, based on the number that people have found for it, these new phasers will probably be the new meta phasers for most people. I think advanced will still be better on a pure beam situation, but aside from the advanced, aside from crafted pen, I think these new phasers are going to be the way to go. So let me skip right down to those. So with the last generation lockbox, there's some new phasers in there with the radiolytic phaser weapons. There's a beam array, dual beam bank, dual cannons, dual heavies, cannon, turret, and a wide arc. But there is no Omni. And this has already been confirmed. This is not just a typo in the blog. There is just straight up no Omni for this phaser type. It is, from what I understand, a guarantee. So the reason these new phasers in the last generation lockbox, again, this lockbox goes live on PC tomorrow alongside the 12th or alongside the 14th anniversary, and if you're over on console, it goes live on March 12th. So the proc on these weapons that is going to make them so appealing is that radiolytic emitters deal bonus damage to low hull targets. If an enemy ship is below 25% hull, these weapons will deal additional bonus phaser damage. So this seems to be a guarantee. It doesn't seem to be a proc. Again, the thing with most phaser types, like you see a lot of people hype up Agony or Pulse, and they don't realize those 2.5% procs will only go off like 2 or 3 times in a run. So having something that is a guaranteed effect is a lot more valuable. So if these are just giving you a damage buff every time the enemy is below 25% HP, that's pretty good for these weapons. Atraz, that's possible. Move my chat over just a smidge here. Lord Bane, Spencer would never violate the terms of service on his main account. You're damn right. Adapt to survive, indeed. Maybe these phasers launch wife anomalies, though. Do we really need another phaser flavor? We really would have liked to see this in plasma. Unfortunately, phaser's what sells. Even if disruptor, plasma, and other types have been the top performer for a long time, people want to use phasers. Martin, how's it going? Viper? Narnian? Could be, yeah. Um, it's a Starfleet themed box. Plasma wouldn't make sense, indeed. So yeah, these new phasers look like they're going to be really good, and these are lockbox weapons. So the first day they're going to be really expensive, but if you wait a week, or if you're the more patient you are, the cheaper these weapons are going to be. So if you're looking to get a set day one, you're probably going to be spending quite a bit. But if you just wait till the weekend or the next weekend, you'll be able to get a full set of these quite cheap, I imagine. Graham, how's it going? Okay, so as far as I'm aware, I don't think they've released the stats of the Duder stat yet. Yeah, there's no stats blog for it. So the grand prize from the upcoming last generation lockbox is the Duder Stats Miracle Worker Science Spearhead. On the stream, this had a Commander Miracle Worker and then a secondary Lieutenant Commander Pilot. We don't have the full stats blog for it yet, though, so not gonna get too much further into that. But this is the ship from season 3 of Star Trek Picard that Ro Laren had crashed her shuttle into. And yeah, again, there's no blog for that fully yet. The console here is Athen Prime Fleet Museum Beacon, and I do actually have the stats of this that I can share because they showed this on the 10 forward. So let me pull that up here. We have an area in the builds Discord where we talk about like any of the new stuff that Cryptic introduces into the game once they've officially announced it. There's no data mining discussion over there, of course, because we don't want to support any of that. But here's the Lockbox console, Athen Prime, Fleet Museum Beacon, plus 7.5% cooldown reduction on all bridge officer abilities, plus 28.5 to damage control and shield regen are the passives. And then the clicky is that it will summon in a hero ship for 60 seconds that will follow you around and help you in combat. And it's going to be random. So it could be the Voyager, the Defiant, the Ent A or D, the Stargazer, the Saratoga, or the Lexington. So this is going to be a console that should be quite cheap. As a lockbox console, this is something you'll probably be able to pick up eventually for a couple million. If you try to pick it up day one, you're going to spend a lot. That's true for all the new lockbox stuff and anything new that they put into the game. If you go for it day one, you're going to pay a premium. Just wait and it will get cheaper. Isn't that the old Wasp from TOS? I don't know. So yeah, that console, especially for those of you that like the pet summon builds, you're going to be happy with that. Trait, it's another Enterprise. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but it is similar. But this is going to be a console that is able to summon in a wider variety of ships. And it should be quite accessible over time. Next up, there's two new kit modules. The first is Vox Command Module. This will temporarily make the target a martial arts expert, granting them a number of martial arts moves and additional physical damage. When used on foes, it will confuse them, causing them to turn on their allies. And both of these kit modules can be used on any profession. It's another 2 Enterprises. I recognize all the ships except the Lexington. That's the one of the variants of the Odyssey, Stephen. Yeah, the Lexington is one of the Audi variants. And then the other kit module here is the transporter filter, and this is going to use a Starfleet transporter technique developed to purge our young officers of the Borg infection. And this will cleanse the target of debuffs, control effects, and dots, and it will also restore a great deal of health. So for those of you wanting a kit module to remove debuffs and give you a heal, this is going to be something to keep an eye on. Both of these kit modules, I imagine, will be fun for some of you to mess around with, and both of them will be dirt cheap on the exchange over time. Again, if you try to get them day one, you'll pay a premium. Now, is it Nebula class? Is it? Oh, that's you're right. I am just thinking of the wrong ships here. Just Lexington. You're right. Yep, it's a Nebula variant. Okay, my mistake. My mistake. Thank you for pointing that out. Mac, how's it going? Armor Ken? Then there's 3 new bridge officer training manuals, and these are for space. So the first is Tractor Beam Vault. This is the one they showed off on stream, where it'll spawn in an asteroid, and you can then use a tractor beam to catapult to that asteroid at a target and deal kinetic damage that will ignore enemy shields. The second training manual here is Malicious AI. Your engineer will program a malicious AI and launch it into an enemy ship, creating a variety of ship wife anomalies. It's meant to be ship-wide, but that's a typo there. And that will disable the affected ship and damage ship systems. The malicious AI will deal kinetic, plasma, and radiation damage to the target and disable enemy movement. And for ships of battleship or larger, it takes their impulse engines offline for 15 seconds. For all other ships, it will hold them in place for 15 seconds. And if the target is destroyed before malicious AI expires, it will jump to another target. Ship waifu. You scored a promo ship from the free boxes. Nice, Armorcan. I managed to score a Scramble Fighters. But that was basically the only good thing that I managed to get from him. What is the Space Dragon? I don't know. I really don't remember. Yeah, we'll get to the updates to Wolf 359 here in a few minutes. Is that 2 new controls then? Hopefully. There will be another giveaway tomorrow. Yeah, there should be one more left here. That'll start up alongside the anniversary event. 20 Javanite, let's go. Oh, no. And the last bridge officer ability here is Science Organic Nebula. Use science know-how to create an organic nebula near your ship. This nebula will grant a stealth effect to all friendly ships within it, granting them additional flight turn rate, flight speed, defense, and bonus damage. Once a ship leaves the stealth field, it will gain a 15% Cat 2 bonus to damage for 5 seconds. This ability is affected by Starship Stealth. This could be a really good science bridge officer ability, especially in a coordinated environment. Being able to put that down and give your teammates buffs, especially a damage buff, and yourself a damage buff, this is probably going to be a very, very popular bridge officer ability moving forward. Still need the Scramble Fighters for your main. You got the Lobby and Delta Alliance offs, you know. Okay, so these bridge officer abilities honestly sound like they could be quite impactful for a variety of builds. The science one is the one that looks the most interesting to me personally, but I am curious to see if malicious AI is actually a control ability for Uncon for engineering. Yeah, it certainly sounds like it does have a bit of potential, so I'll be messing around with all of this tomorrow. I think my plan right now is that I'm probably gonna go in, liquidate a ship or something later on today, and try to pop open like $100 worth of lock boxes on live. Just having some new abilities finally is at least interesting. Yeah, this honestly feels like a full lockbox compared to what we had, last year. I guess we're missing duty officers, but yeah. So the radiolytic phaser weapons, again, I talked about these at the beginning, but these should, if the numbers that I've heard hold true, these will probably be the new meta phasers for a lot of people. Because instead of having a 2.5% proc, they will just do more damage once your target is below 25% hull capacity. So they'll be quite interesting to mess around with. Yeah, there is no Omni though, so just keep that in mind. Sound a bit like the Terran phaser? Yeah, just a weaker version of that. Yeah, there's no Omni for these, and that has been confirmed officially and unofficially. No Omni. Crusher, how's it going? Okay. There's some new ground weapons here as well. There's some 23.99 Starfleet phaser weapons here. So you can see there's a phaser sniper rifle and a phaser stun pistol. Nick, there shouldn't be a difference for the base DPS. I mean, we'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out for sure tomorrow. Axel, how's it going? There's the Changeling Phaser Full Auto Rifle, the weapon of choice for the crew of the Shrike. This rifle does phaser damage and has an anticoagulant technology that inhibits healing and causes bleeding. Ryan, not yet. These are going into a brand new lockbox, so you're looking at least half a year before they would even think about putting this stuff into Infinity. Alan, last year they ran a Zen sale right around the middle of February, and I would expect them to do something similar this year. No, this all drops tomorrow. Yeah, motivation. It's from what I understand, the upcoming lockbox ships will, or the upcoming lockbox, the upcoming 14th anniversary bundle ships are going to be just traditional C-store ships, like what we've seen with the 12th and 13th. So if you have the non-event versions of the T6 coupons, you should be able to use them day one. Yeah, this Changeling Grunt auto rifle does look quite nice. Yeah, there will be a Lobby sale tomorrow. With there being a new lockbox, there's going to be a key and Lobby sale tomorrow. And then, of course, we have Worf's Kurleth. This is a brand new Klingon weapon that debuted in season 3 of Picard. It is a mighty blade for an honorable warrior. This melee weapon, the melee attacks of this weapon deal additional damage when its wielder is at high health, but it has a hidden surprise. The handle of the weapon conceals a small pistol, which deals bonus damage when its wielder is at low health. Yes, Dan, the radiolytic, dual heavy, and all the radiolytic weapons are going to be part of this lockbox. So there will be a flood of them on the market. If you try to get them day one, you're going to pay a premium. Just wait a couple days and there will be more supply on the market. I would highly recommend waiting. I have no idea. I'm truthfully, I've heard things now about the 14th bundle. I can't talk about those things, but I can tell you that I have not heard anything about what the premium ship is. I have heard absolutely nothing about the premium ship. I can't say anything there other than just wait. Distant Night, no. There's no Omni. Steven, I don't know. I really don't know. Marked or Chief, no. To be fully transparent, I have heard about two of the ships in the bundle, but I can't go into any specifics about any of that. Okay. Next up, we have some starship traits here. The first is Starfleet Intel Handler. Your liaison in the intelligence services of your faction designates targets for you. Destroying these targets during the time window provides bonuses to critical chance for a moderate duration. We'll have to wait and see what the numbers are for this, but with this being a starship trait and not a personal space trait, it's probably going to be a good budget option, but probably not something meta. Yeah, there is a wide arc dual heavy cannon, but there's no Omni. No Omni. That's confirmed. That's not just a typo in the blog. Sounds like Hunter's Mark, yeah. The other starship trait here is Fireball Escape. You ride the shockwave of a warp core breach and harness some of its power. You are immune to one warp core breach per 120 seconds, and being hit by one while immune in this way will improve your turn rate, flight speed, defense, and critical severity for a short time. Again, we're gonna have to wait and see what the numbers are like, but this will probably be another one that's a good budget option, but not necessarily meta. I have no idea, Distant Night. Yeah, CSV phaser setup will very much like these new phasers, most likely. I've already said too much. What I'll say is I cannot talk about upcoming content until Cryptic talks about it first. Okay, and then there is a new Vandy Shield in the weapon packs. This is the Shrike Vandy Shield. So if you want to have the Shrike color scheme on any of your other ships, then there is now a Vandy Shield for that. And you can see that there on the Rex. Yeah, Dan, with the update that Ruin got a while back, it does cap at 100. And then the last thing here is the Starfleet 2401 uniforms, and these are in the Lobby store, so there'll be 200 Lobby, and you will be able to buy them off the exchange when people post them up there. What I will say, Warp Core, is that I wish I knew things 5 days ago before I bought some of the things that I bought last week. And upon learning of things, I'm a little salty at some of my purchasing decisions. I bought the Legendary Miranda and the Carrier Bundle. The guard, how's it going? Go back and watch his other videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so that's the Lockbox side of things. Let me grab the blog here. Well, it's not a blog, but it's an article from Trek Movie where they got an exclusive first look at the Battle of Wolf 359. And in it, we get to see some new skins. Some new ships that don't currently exist in the game. Well, I haven't bought either of those things ever. Well, the Legendary Miranda's not the issue. It was. I'll just say it's one of my selections in the Carrier Bundle. That in 3 weeks, you guys are gonna see why I'm salty. Um, People are openly discussing the Miranda in game chat. 14th bundle is 4 new Mirandas confirmed. Terrible. That told us all we need. Okay. Joshua, no idea. Isu, thank you for the casual membership. Much appreciated. 14 Mirandas. No, Thomas said that the 14th bundle was, or he hinted at with his Twitter comments that they wanted to explore new ground with that bundle. Ed, I got the recluse. Do I think there will be a 10 forward or just a blog post about the bundle? They'll talk about it on 10 forward and a blog post here in a couple weeks. Okay, on to this though. So they put out there's an article over here at Trek Movie, going over the Battle of Wolf 359, and it's an exclusive first look. And there's also some other nice info in here. So let me scroll down to it. So here is a quote from Kale. Just like in our other historical simulation, the Battle of the Binary Stars, events are set in motion. The point of this holodeck program is to see what we can learn from those events, even though we know Starfleet lost. We're trying to figure out what we can learn from the situation and how best we can use those tactics against the Mirror Borg, storyline wise. Gameplay wise, it's a fun opportunity for players to get to reenact one of the most famous battles to start Star Trek. No, none. Okay, I've said too much on the just ignore the carrier stuff I said. So here is a picture too of what is this? Is this the like Stargazer type class? What is it, Cheyenne? I don't think there's a. Is there a T6 version of this? I mean, I know the Stargazer, the Sagan command cruiser is like similar, but it's not the same line. Like, or I don't think it's like kit bashable with the prior T5 versions, is it? Yeah, my mom's doing good. She still has a little bit of an issue with her foot, but she's getting better. So Wolf 359 is a losing scenario. There's no winning. Yeah. The Sagan isn't on the same skeleton. I don't know, but I mean, they're showing it right there in the pictures, and like it's right up front in these pictures. Okay, so the simulation requires 5 players. Like all TFOs, it is balanced, so you really need a group working together. You can be automatically matched by the system or organize your own group. Many players instill. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The Wolf 359 simulation starts and ends with the cutscenes that use elements from Star Trek The Next Generation, including Patrick Stewart's voice as Locutus from Best of Both Worlds. Paramount provides Cryptic with the original audio tracks from the Star Trek series and films to use them in game. Okay. You can also hear Admiral Hansen, and there's additional new dialogue from Nicole de Boer. Every time I pronounce her name, someone's like, "No, that's the incorrect way." So Dax will be talking to us as well. Incoming Triz freak out overhearing Picard in game. Yeah. The battle itself can take 20 to 30 minutes and is divided into multiple stages with different tasks during each. As the battle goes on, things get more and more hectic, especially after some of the Starfleet ships get assimilated. During one stage, players are tasked with fighting these assimilated ships, as well as rescuing crew and escape pods from destroyed ships, while also destroying assimilation pods launched by the Borg, which is a new element introduced by the game. A nice thing about the Battle of Wolf 359 is we don't really see it on camera, so we have a bit of leeway, explains Kale. It's during these chaotic moments you truly get a sense of the desperation of the battle, and you can see how the Stowe simulation encourages cooperation, as noted by Ambassador Kale. That's the thing about a TFO. It's meant to be a crazy thing you do with multiple people. 20 to 30 minutes. And they have not went in and updated this initial blog yet, from what I recall, to indicate that this TFO would give you 2 points a day. So the initial blog for the King and Collective event is implying that you would have to do this TFO that takes 20 to 30 minutes and either another TFO, another Wolf 359, or the Omega Particle Stabilization minigame each day to get your daily progress. 20 to 30 minutes. I hope it's really engaging. And the other thing to keep in mind too is that this again is likely only going to be on normal difficulty initially. I need to not show Discord at all anymore on stream or I'm gonna get in trouble. Um Mini game times 2, yay. Sagan is much bigger than the Constellation class or the Cheyenne class. Yeah, so again, I think going back up, I think it's pretty safe to say that this is probably going to be one of the ships in the bundle. I hope it's just a typo in the blog and that the TFO gives you 2 points. Okay. The final stage has players taking on the cube again, reminding you are trying to buy the USS Enterprise time as they are on the way. You can hear Hansen trying to surrender as Locutus coldly replies, "Discussion is irrelevant, there are no terms." Once you do enough damage, the cube will warp away to Earth, leaving the aftermath of the battle and another cutscene with Captain Ezri Dax assessing your performance. It is now you are given your rewards for taking part in the TFO, which includes important progress for the season's big event and marks, basically. Um, Terrible warp core. You think that ship's already in the game? Okay. Yeah, that's true, Steven. They also show the New Orleans here, and they've already confirmed that there's not going to be a new version of this. A lot of this blog is just explaining like basics about the game as well, because it's not necessarily directed at Stowe people. This is directed at more of the just general Trek audience. So a lot of this article is also going over like how long it would take to be able to go in and get your character leveled up to actually be able to play this TFO. Has no T6 yet. Dan, I think we're going to be waiting probably another month for Wolf 359 Elite. I don't know if this skin is already in the game for the Cheyenne or whatever. Goddle. Yeah, let me get you the info. Yeah. Battle. There you go. That is true, NeoJet. They do often overestimate how long the TFOs take. Like, in fact, it says like 15, 20 minutes too, right? Um, do I think the anniversary ships are more likely to be Borg variants of Wolf 359 ships or legendary ones? Neither. They're going to be traditional C store ships, like C store fed ships, most likely. Cheops stages kill it in phase 1 in 20 seconds, but because it's time gated, welcome to Vault and Snare 2.0. I mean, we'll see what it's like tomorrow. We're going to be running it quite a bit on the stream probably tomorrow. That's true, Bridger. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else in this regarding Wolf 359? Again, most of this article is just explaining basics. Okay. Um, okay. So the other thing for Wolf 359 is that they're redoing the map for the Wolf 359 Memorial. So instead of having just the map that we have now, which isn't the most amazing, they're going to actually put in a memorial station that will replace the current map. And this is going to have all of the ships that were lost at that battle. And there are some ship models here that I think give us an idea as to some of the things we can expect to see in the 14th anniversary bundle. So right up front here is the Niagara class, the 3 nacelled ship that I talked about in the prior discussions about the anniversary bundle. You can see it just right out in front of you there. Yeah, it's like Stowe's version of the Fleet Museum. Yep. There is, I'm assuming what is it, the USS Hood? Isn't that the Excelsior variant? Like the Excelsior that survived the fight? And then we have this picture here where you get to see quite a few different ships. Now the resolution's not super amazing, but there's the Niagara. There's some Connies. There's the Melbourne, that Nebula variant with the 2 nacelles up top. And yeah, I know others have spotted some of the other ships in here, like the Freedom. This tonight, I think it's going to be the same layout, the same formula as the past couple of anniversary bundles. I'm missing a few things in chat, so let me bring this over. I have a feeling it's going to be very buggy. We'll see. We'll see. Isn't that how long Infected actually took when it was new? Yeah, when Elite, like the current versions of Elite stuff initially came out, it took a while, but Power Creep has made things much easier. You can see the Melbourne, Springfield, Freedom, Niagara, and the Memorial Station pics. Yeah. Yeah, the anniversary bundle. So something to keep clear is, I think it's pretty clear we're getting, a Wolf 359 themed bundle. But Cryptic doesn't actually start teasing or like releasing these anniversary bundles until we're a good way into the anniversary itself. This anniversary bundle isn't going to be dropping tomorrow. They're not even going to be talking about it until probably the first week of February. And then we're going to see the bundle actually release sometime around the middle of February. So this 14th bundle, it's still a ways out. So I think we're going to get a pretty good idea of what the ships in it are going to be, based on the detail we see of the models when we go into Wolf 359 tomorrow. The ships that have a bit more detail than the others are probably going to be a really strong indicator of which ones are getting, a player flyable version. But again, it's still going to be like 3 weeks out for those of us on PC. And if you're over on console, you're looking at like another 2 months till the bundle goes out over there. Can we get damage skins on the 14 ships? I don't know. The 11th. So the reason that the what was it, the 13th bundle or whatever last year, the reason that had an extra ship in the bundle was simply because the initial premium ship that they put in there was really underwhelming. Like really underwhelming. Leffel made a post. I think I'd seen that over on the show subreddit. Let me take a look. Chili, if you're listening to me, probably not. God, you're fine. Yeah, so there's a picture of the Freedom on that memorial map. What are the rewards for the new random elite TFOs? You'll get a choice pack that lets you pick the advanced component you get, basically. Jace, the anniversary update is going to drop in about 21 hours on PC. And then it's not going to go live on console until March 12th. Do I know what the new mission reward is? No, not yet. Will there be dilithium rewards with these new TFOs too? Oh, for sure. Yeah, that'll be the same as normal with the marks and dilithium. Press F for Spencer's isomag market manipulation. No moon for him. Wow. Oh yeah, Steven. Yeah, you're getting it's the marks and dilithium like you would see with the normal or advanced randoms, and then on top of that, there's the advanced material choice pack thing that they're doing. And that'll be like a guaranteed isomag piece that you can pick each time. Absolutely. Well, yeah, the crafting map prices will most certainly tank over time. Let's see. Will we see more Days of Doom Procyon 5 Engineer Gauntlet with random elites? Oh yeah, people are gonna have fun. Uh Spicy nuggets, I would never do that. The epic tokens are so incredibly rare to get. If you're looking for a ship to get, like there's other good ones in there. Getting the Lucari one for the protomatter field projector, if you don't have that, having that on hand is really good for the healing it provides. The Breen Plestral also is really nice for the cold-hearted starship trait. Yeah, Godel. I'm fine with the prices tanking. I play the market, but I don't play the market to the level that I think people think I do. I don't really care if the isomag prices tank personally. Yeah, Paul, that'd be nice. Yeah, I would never break down an epic token nowadays. Console is usually 1 to 2 months behind PC. Yeah, I mean, some cases I think 3. I don't know for sure, but yeah, it's always a bit of a delay. Does the Duder stat interest me or its console? So again, with the Duder stat, they haven't put out the stats blog yet. Let me recheck that to verify. Um, so it looks like they're dropping the stats blog for the Duder stat the day it releases, um, which is an interesting choice. But from what we've seen of the Duder stat, it's a 4-3 Miracle Worker Science Spearhead. If you like the the side ships with the Miracle Worker pilot combo, like the legendary, I think it's the legendary Voyager that was similar to that. Like if you're a fan of that setup, then this will probably be a pretty nice upgrade. But for me personally, it's not a ship that I find very appealing. The console on it, is it? Oh, this was the console. Energy being habitat. This takes the when you activate it, it notes how much power you had when you activated it, and then gives you some power when it's done. I don't think that console is going to be that appealing for my playstyle. The starship trait we really need better wording on, because right now the starship trait legitimately sounds like it may be just a straight up DPS loss to use it. Because it's while current power average is below average power setting, it'll give you plus 25% EPS flow. And while your current power average is above average power setting, minus 50% EPS flow. And while you have reroute reserves to weapons or an energy weapon firing mode active, the above effects are tripled, and then it gives you 25% Cat 2 energy weapon bonus damage. So if that's giving you negative 150% EPS because your power level is above the average, I don't see why I would run that. That just to me that seems like a negative based on the wording there. Distant Night, that's true. The Duder stat suffers from being a space Barbie ship. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, in Dread, I hope that that's how it actually works, is that it's making it so you have like more resistance to losing power, but the wording on it is confusing and gives the impression that it could be a negative. Um, I wish there'd be a new Galaxy variant in the bundle. I know there's a ton of Galaxy class ships already, but man, I want a nice one. The World Razor. I mean, the best hope is that we eventually get the World Razor as a ship in a bundle. The World Razor, it's just so good. That's such a versatile DPS platform. Most lockboxes come with new weapons for ships in the choice weapon pack. Yeah, Fox, I went over that at the start of the stream. These new phasers that are in this lockbox look very appealing, and they could end up being the new meta option for phaser builds. So it'll be something to keep an eye on. The numbers that I've heard for this is quite promising. The thing about these phasers is that they don't have a 2.5% chance proc. Rather, the way they work is it's just a straight up damage buff when your target is below 25% hull capacity. Kira? Yeah, I saw that, Dwayne. Uh, Dano, we will probably see the 10th bundle drop again sometime in February, in the earlier half of February. Last year, I think they did it about a week in. Yeah, Xbox and PlayStation have sometimes gotten things before PC. And quite often that's not necessarily intended. It's more of Cryptic's version control not always being the best, and things go live over there sometimes without them even realizing it. For example, the assimilator last week went live right alongside the strike. I don't think that was intended. I went way far up. Miracle Worker Galaxy seems like an odd mission. Short, how's it going? New phasers seem like Terran without the equip limit. They are a bit weaker than Terran, but yeah, they're going to be close. Like with the effect, yeah. When do I think Deco will take control? I think they're going to squeeze the current Stowe team. I know that there has been some movement. I took a look earlier, and um, I did see Jesse was actually promoted within Stowe, and he's now, I think, like the lead content person. Are the new phasers relevant on Elite? Yeah, the new phasers will be the new phasers look like they're going to probably be the top DPS phaser to use moving forward. But again, wait till we have the numbers to know for sure. The numbers I've heard are quite promising, but let's just hold off until we actually have them on hand first. Is it possible to do a theme build and still do well in Elite TFOs? Absolutely. Yeah, there's theme builds that can do several hundred K DPS. Yeah, you can do it fine. Boss, you've been silenced. Were you talking in zone chat? Yeah, Viper. I hope at some point they give you console players a way to move your accounts over to PC. Um, I just I'm not like anti-console, to be clear. I'm not opposed to playing on a console, but the player base numbers over there just don't seem great, and I think at some point giving console players the option to move over to PC would probably be beneficial for the people that want to stick around long term. I don't know, Ripcore. Zor, yeah, from what I understand, it's a guaranteed effect, not a proc. But we'll confirm that tomorrow. This ability is affected by Starship Stealth, so I think it gives stealth to everyone that's in the field, right? So it's just buffing the amount of stealth it gives your allies. New phasers with the stick straight may be interesting. Spencer's only opposed to fun. I would have an aneurysm trying to come to grips with the console UI. I've already seen it. I get frustrated with the PC UI sometimes, and we are able to do a lot more with keybinds and all that on PC than you can with the interface they've given console. I don't think I could play this game on console. Could they add the World Razor to the anniversary pack like they did with the sticks or mirror angle? They could, but I think the World Razor's too new. I think that's the issue with it. I think that would be a very good candidate. It would make sense, with the theme. But I think the most likely candidate right now, to me, the one that makes the most sense, and I've talked to a few others about this, and they agree too. The sagging command cruiser, I think, is probably going to end up being the most likely. But I mean, they did retcon in the Parliament and California class into Wolf 359. We saw it in the pictures that they put up on that article. Like there's a California class here. I don't remember where it is in the pictures, but yeah, there is a California class or a Parliament somewhere in here. So that having one or both of those ships as the premium ships in the bundle is certainly a possibility. Console has an ability wheel that can't customize, and it permanently has powers you don't even have equipped on the wheel. Yikes. Yeah, the Sagan seems more likely. Be happy if they allowed us to transfer. Updated Sovereign 5.3. I wish. I really do wish. If it's the Sagan as the premium, you'll probably skip the bundle. Hey, the Sagan, I know it doesn't appeal to everyone, but it's really not that bad of a ship. Love that docking ring. The Mirror War ship, I think, would be the best option. That would have the most widespread appeal. But I could see them also doing like the Sagan. The Excelsior 2 would also be a really good option. You know, the stuff I've talked about in the videos. Any of those options would be amazing, but I don't know what they're gonna do. Plonk, the new phasers in the lockbox look really good. The blog or the article going over Wolf 359 indicates that it's going to be 20 to 30 minutes long. And the new bridge officer abilities in the lockbox are also quite good, or they appear to be quite good. What's so good about the trade on the Sagan? When you hit feedback pulse, it'll give you the equivalent rank of reverse shield polarity. When you hit reverse shield polarity, it'll give you the corresponding rank of feedback pulse. So if you're on a ship that has room for both of those abilities, you can use the Sagan trait to get better uptime on both of them. For the devs to do, that's true, Bridger. But they are mentioning that this does have multiple phases, so there's bound to be some time-gated parts. Which weapon will cost 200 Magellan Lobi, the Grunt Rifle or Worf's Pistol Dagger? I don't know. I don't even know if those are actually Lobi. The blog doesn't say. It wouldn't surprise me, though. Lifetime subs on console get screwed over. Yeah, you guys not getting the Zen stipend is rough. Do Borgdorf free feedback pulse 1 trigger that ability? I don't know, Nick. I've never tested it. Carlos, thanks for stopping by. Yeah. This wasn't intended to be like a super long stream. You know, at the end of the day, the weapons, the bridge officer abilities are going to be like the main things to look forward to with the new lockbox. I'll be testing this stuff live tomorrow. I'll be streaming as soon as the server comes up, and I'll probably be going most of the day. But yeah, I think there's a lot of this we just need to wait and see the numbers on. But from what I have heard, the new phasers should be very, very interesting. CC, how's it going? When am I gonna get the new phasers and show us the CSV build with them? Yeah, I'll probably just grab one of my existing phaser setups and just swap the weapons out. Feedback pulse does suck, yes. The Nilo Rotis Excelsior concept. That I don't know. I've seen that design on Master Replicas with like the Eagle Moss version of it, but I don't know if that's a ship that we'll get here. Yeah, the ship wife anomalies. Yeah, I can't English right now. If the 14th has Mirror Warship, I'll buy it for sure. If not, I'll just use T6 coupons on anything decent. Do they have potential to beat Spiral Waves? Probably not. Because the Spiral Waves, that's effectively 3% final. That's up all the time with Spiral Waves. Versus, I almost said the number. Versus what the new phasers are going to have, I think Spiral Waves are still going to win out. Do I stream on Twitch also? Yes, I will be streaming on Twitch tomorrow. I normally would be multi-streaming on both, but I was having some internet issues earlier. The some of the snow outside's been starting to melt because we just went over went just went above freezing. So there's water like in some of the stuff out there, and it's been a bit spotty. Ed, do I feel regret because of the price I paid or the content I expect? I said too much on that topic earlier, and I can't comment further. You get feedback bonuses when activate feedback. Your choice in the 14th is going to be this ugly ship or these ugly ships. Yeah. No, I think they'll do some interesting things with them. I think that I have faith that they will give us some really nice looking ships. I just hope the traits are something special. I'll shoot you. That's appreciated, Alex. Do I think the 14th bundle will sell as well as the 12th and 13th? I don't know. Thank you, Dallin, for the rhymes up there. A fall extension trade? I wish. I really do wish. Current designs, and I hope they look better. Of course it'll sell well. It'll have 14 master keys. Do I have faith in the heart? I do have faith in the heart. That nebula ship better be better than the Monder. We don't know if we're getting it. Why do I keep my epics? Out of hope that Cryptic recognizes that there's an issue with the Phoenix system, and I'm hoping that eventually they realize they need to put something in there for veteran players that already have all of the those older event ships. So that's why I have like 12 or 13 epic tokens right now. Like Stud, how's it going, man? Have yet to pull an epic token. Epic Phoenix token should be account unlocked given rarity. Yeah. I wish. Okay, so is there any other questions? Because a lot of this stuff, like, we're 20 hours out from this stuff releasing. So saying whether or not a specific thing is worth it or not, may as well wait for this, for the actual stats to be out. What I could say is from the phasers, though, again, from what I've heard, if the number is true, and again, wait for confirmation, then these are going to be probably like the new meta phasers. But, just wait 20 hours to know for sure. The next stream is scheduled for tomorrow at I think I did 10:30 a.m. Central Time. I'll be streaming like as soon as the server comes up and through most of the afternoon, most likely. Do these phasers have unique graphics? Let me pull them up. So here's the visual of the new phasers. These are the phasers you saw in season 3 of Picard. I believe. Yep. Yeah, Stu, I saw that. I was taking advantage of that. I pulled a Scramble Fighters out of the packs that I got. You really should Warp Core. It's actually good. I thought season 1 of Picard was good. I thought season 3 was good. Season 2 I thought was a bit iffy. But yeah, season 3 was really good. Just what we need more phaser. I know I would rather have things that are not phaser, but the harsh reality at the end of the day is that phaser stuff and fed stuff is what sells the best in this game, and that's why they continue to focus putting out new stuff like that. Should do it, Stu. That 2 is a bit iffy. I am excited for what the new Kittimer ship means for free-to-play players. That is going to be a very good platform. I am going to be getting the ship tomorrow, to be clear too. I'm buying it out immediately because I don't really want to deal with the grind. And I want to get some content done for it before people have it unlocked. So I expect it to be a popular ship, and I just want to make sure I have some coverage on it. Yeah. Need more Polaron, honestly. We don't even have one Polaron Lockbox Omni or White Arc. I wish the what is it, the Vodwar ones, I wish they had an Omni. Do I think we'll see a keyring sale? Absolutely. There will be a key sale and a lobby sale starting up tomorrow on PC. Do not buy anything today. Just wait for tomorrow. They always do a key and lobby sale alongside the release of a new lockbox. Terrible, Zor. I don't want to spend 40 to 60 minutes fighting a Borg cube every day for 20 days. Will there be a Sagan sale tomorrow? I'm debating right now. Do I want how many of the lock boxes do I want to open tomorrow? I'm gonna open a few of them. I don't care about the Duder stat though. Hope the 10th goes on sale. I really want that pack. I think it will about a week into February. I think probably 50. I'll try and sell like the scramble I got or something. Now that I don't care, I'll get it from the first key. Yeah, probably. There is indeed no Omni Michael, and that's been confirmed. There is actually a wide arc dual heavy cannon, but there is no Omni Beam. Be a man, record a video, 300 boxes on live. That's rough. Yeah, warp core. And now if you have like a stack of Borg lock boxes, those you're gonna be getting a nice chunky C. Yeah, I mean, the 10th, from a meta point of view, loses its value every time Cryptic puts a new ship into the game. It's still a good bundle to go for, for the hero ships you get from it. But from a meta point of view, it definitely is losing value. Yes, the new lockbox will come out tomorrow as part of the anniversary update. Act, I think that they look good, but let's wait and see like what the cooldowns are and just how far the buffs for them are. Yeah. Okay. That is going to be it for now. I again, I will be doing a stream tomorrow. When do I have that scheduled for? Live. So it's scheduled for tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. So I'll be starting then, and again, I'll be streaming probably most of the afternoon. Um, 10th bundle ships all lose out to the T60. Yeah. 8 hour stream. I don't know if I'll go that long, but yeah, I'll be going in, taking a look at all the new stuff. I will not be doing the new story mission, however, because I don't want to spoil that for people. But I will be doing Wolf 359. Okay. Again, thank you to everyone for tuning in to this random stream. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask in the comment section below or hop over to one of the various discords that I have and jump in on the conversations over there. Rob, terrible. See you guys.